Go on. You take from your talk. You were talking about.
Yes, so we were talking about the research where, this, as I said, performing arts or creativity needs to be inculcated in the very childhood, whether you're in the kindergarten or in the middle school. And as Mr. Raghav was also saying that, yes, the study needs to be the study needs to be more given importance when you are at a higher level. So that's why the NAP talks a lot about researchers in India now, because the new NAP says that even, if you're doing 3 years, you get a bachelor degree. But if you do a 4 year of degree, you get a certificate of, degree plus research. Similarly, with master degree, you get a research. If you're doing for 2 years, you get a master degree with research. So research has been given a lot of importance nowadays because of the NAP. And another important thing that I would like to emphasize here, the university, usually the Indian student had to go for research to the outside world to get a good qualification, whether it's a doctorate or postdoctorate. But when now the new NAP says that about 20 top universities will be coming and joining or opening their new universities in India. So the opportunities will be much more open to our students. That's why now 20 universities coming, probably it'll take few years. It might not happen in 1 or 2 years, but it might take few years. But I'm seeing that the research kind of work, which we are thinking about in the future, will be available for our students. And as a result, we as teachers and educators need to inculcate this idea of research to our students at a very, very early age. So that's it all from my side. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Here I would like to take Dr. Dinisha, since you were extending your experience on the concrete issue at schooling, while doing the project, how we can collaborate, how we can ignite that research on the daily basis. It was an example given by you. Students, those who are in age of 16 to 20, I must say, if this thought process of postdoctoral, as I know, there is a very less emphasis is given. There is a lot of competitive examination called IIT, JEE Mains, and medical examination. So there is a shift of which we are starting class 6 project. If I remember, I take one small example from, if you say our ancient literature of Arjun, complete skill-based education. So this methodology is somehow going to help, or we need more collaboration, as it was rightly mentioned by Professor Arup. I will be coming to you for your closing remark. We are in between, somehow, challenges is still lying. So what are the few tips which you can take it forward? Since you have served to the army, you have seen the life on a practical ground, rather than having just degree. Once you are in the ground, you need complete action plan. So how we take it forward, how we can motivate? Nirmal Mahana ma'am, you are on the screen. I will take you after Dr. Dinisha.
Mr. Singh, thank you so much for question which is connecting to real life scenario, and it is very important for us to understand the 3 different facets. One facet is that where we stand as far as the knowledge of research is concerned, and I just pull it down to school level as the question asked by you and what we are doing. Second is, as you said, the teenagers, when they come from school to university, and where the emphasis is, still the emphasis is depending upon your acumen and aptitude to engineering, to medical, to management, then to civil services, army, all the defense forces and all. And then it comes to academia. And then from academia, it goes to research if there is required. So virtually, honestly telling and accepting this on this forum, that academia, research and postdoctoral, when the sequence I'm talking about, they come in that sequence as priority 1, 2, 3, or N. So that is one thing, which is the second point I'm having. The third thing is postdoctoral, when the acumen is, it is a demand and supply game. When we don't prefer going for that, Indian universities are not offering that as a nicely iced cake. And that is the reason that now we have to think of the aspect who are interested to go for academia. As I was talking about, I was just listening to the guest of honor, the speaker in the beginning, who chose the path of academia in vis-a-vis the companies and professional network. She chose here, when I see the Indian scenario, generally those people who think that probably I want a comfortable life and I'll go into teaching, not much of challenges, I'll go there, or maybe a few are interested ones. So that is the middle thing. When I connected to school and postdoctoral, the middle thing is the demand and supply game. And that is the reason one thing is not very many opportunities are visible. When I'm talking about the opportunities, I'm talking about the authenticated opportunities. Second thing is there are opportunities visible like UN, like foreign colleges and universities. They are not in the knowledge aspect of those students who are aspiring. They are kind of in between. There is something called consultant, where not everybody is approaching or able to approach. And second thing is, even if they're approaching, I don't trust you as a consultant. I don't know whether you will take money and tell me to go to the private universities who are paying you a hefty commission or what. So that trust factor is missing. So in nutshell, if I can say that there is a gap created, gap of interest, gap of demand and supply, gap of knowledge, gap of reaching to the right thing by the right person. And then more important than that is the availability of information, which should be there probably. Now, if I have to search for postdoctoral, I have to hunt where, what, then I don't know what is authenticated. So there has to be some forum where things are available in an authenticated way to connect. So that is my submission through this forum as to how do we, I mean, it's not that I talk, you talk, and we go away and goodbye. We contribute to it. That is my humble submission to the forum.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And I think I am happy to share with you, GEL, Global Edu Leader Forum, has come with the page called Researcher, Junior Researcher, where students are going to motivate students. This is my personal story. My son was in IIT and he completed his BTech with mechanical engineering, but I was not aware of he will go for a research. God has been kind. After 3 years of his, I think, career, he was able to convince me that no, mechanical engineering is not my cup of tea. And he is going US, and he, touch wood, he got fully funded PhD for 5 years, integrated program. Being a father, I was in CBSE approx 25 years, and I have my senior one who has been guiding force to me. So I'm just trying to take you, Nirmal Mahana ma'am, how we can bridge this gap, because I think this is very, very valid point. Informations are not available. People, even postdoctoral research, are going to abroad for masters. Our research is based on the professional counselor who just making money, rather than some realistic ground which gives joy, which gives happiness, and which changes the attitude of the child. How can we bridge this gap? Is schooling to postdoctoral or foreign university education? Welcome to you, and I would love to hear you.
Good evening. Good evening, everyone. You know, first of all, I think our education system is such that we do not talk about the research. We talk about the to make the child engineer, doctor, and you know, other professional colleges and this thing. But we do not talk about this, because the mindset in India is, oh, your child is doing research. Research doing what? For what? In what? And what is the scope? It means he's not going to earn that much money. So many things are there, and that is the reason nobody openly talks about it. What we are supposed to do is, when the child completing the 10th, when he's in the 10th. I think counseling classes must start in class 9, 10th only to make him understand what is the importance of research work, what is the scope of research work, and then only the child is able to make up his mind. You know, when he completes his graduation and he is interested in economics, and the parents with the pressure he is doing in physics. The child is interested in physics, and with the pressure of the parents, he is doing accountancy. So where is the research in between? So when he doesn't reach anywhere, then the parents talk about, acha, tu research kar le, PhD kar le. You know, that kind of thing is there. So we all have to be very clear as a parent, first of all, as a parent, as a society, as educationists, as the educational institution, we must formalize a proper program to tell them what are the benefits of research, you know. So much of independence is there, so much of creativity is there, so much of imaginativity, and you do the work which you like it. You know, every child is not going to do research, but first of all, the child who's going to do research or who's going to go in this field, he should be clear what it is all about. You ask, you know, in India, if you go to the professors and this thing, if you talk about this, क्या करना है रिसर्च करके, जाने दो उसको डॉक्टर बनने दो, उसको इंजीनियर बनने दो, उसको पैसे कमाने दो. So पैसा कमाना is the basic thing. It's getting knowledge and getting research work done is not the priority in India. So I think the government should formulate the program about this research work so that everybody is clear.
I think perfectly all right. There is an initiative is required from the government side, but at the same time, as we have taught and as we have been doing this preaching, you know, ki education is for job, education is for earning money, education is to become millionaire and billionaire, and what you will do after millionaire and billionaire, I think you can see the news which is going on, who was holding 2,600 crore and he was involved into, I don't want to name that, very latest news of India. So money cannot make people happy. This is perfectly all right. Dr. Arup, I think your closing comment, as you told ki there is an exchange of idea. This Global EduLeader Forum is the forum aiming to the exchange of idea from one country to another country. How we get benefited. So it's your some insight, since you are in the higher education, how we can have more collaborative approach of learning for our students of at least graduation level. They are in the stage of standing where the door will open for their postdoctoral.
Yeah. Actually, to begin with that one thinking, what I understand is a teaching faculty. Faculties plays vital role. In educations, maybe the family background different, society is different, society attitudes are different, no doubt. But while they come to even the classroom, to the even LP school, high school, or even the high colleges, etc., they are the teachers. Teachers' attitude, if it is not there, then how they will think of. And if the teachers are not totally trained up in research, now the many of the things in my cases also I understand. This much you are doing 100, 200 publications. What will you do it? I am telling I am happy. And you know that in social systems, actually, we have to give a little projection that if there's no creativity, no happiness. Happiness, that means there's everything and everything, all resources will be only the resource. But if you are busy with your own creativity, then you are totally involved with this and exploration, and you will understand what you are. You will be able to touch to the God's feet by the creativity exploration only. And that is the happiness we have to create. And school level, we have to make the happiness. Suppose the programs of a happiness we have not celebrated. The celebration of a happiness, you do at one day the children's, you make happy the teachers, you make happy surrounding as you like. Have you done? In India, I can challenge. Many of the universities tell that we are giving so much promotion, so much universities laboratories there. What laboratory? You are getting central fund from depriving of another institution and taking in your own block. Like this way, some of the central universities, some of the big universities, they are claiming we are research, and while we see their thesis third class. So this is the research attitude. Research attitude should have to promote to the student's mind, that is the creativity is ultimate happiness. And what I understand is that that is the prayer. That is the prayer to the reach to the excellence. That is the prayer to the reach of the self-actualization. And like that way, if we do, this is the first the idea. And second idea is that our teachers should be totally trained up with the research. And second is that while you think about yes, from the high school onwards, we can create one research paper, simple, project based, then the experiential based, evidential research, experimental research. Like this way, still further if we do it, and credit point if we assign for a special topic. And there should be, again, in each college, degree colleges, at least should have at least 2 research professors. And in university also, department to department, if there's so many unnecessary colleges, professors are normally employed. The UGCs are actually not understanding that fact. MHRDs are not understanding. But if they invite only the research methodology professors who are sound and who will bring up-to-date research, and at the same time is a collaborative research or whatever it may be, they can give the total shape. And that should be a real spirit. And each departments, each university, each colleges, they should have a research professor, at least the 2 to 3 common research teachers, so that they can teach the methodology from the very ground, from the gamification to the big creativity. That type of ideas will no doubt make us much more collaborative one also. And at the same time, we can invite cross-cultural arrangements. And through the online system also, we must have to have many countries we can assign together. And at the same time, global this Edu Leaders Forum, in the middle, they can play a vital role.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And I think this credit goes to Beatriz Lucia. She is in Brazil and she is taking lead. She is a program director for this entire episode, which is going on. So if I take out of this discussion, it was rightly mentioned, research is an attitude. And this attitude can bring creativity, and creativity leads to the happiness. And of course, goal of life is happiness. We are doing research till birth to death. Every day there is something new to learn. There is something new to share. There is something new to take from each other and give to each other. And this is the basic aim and objective of Global Edu Leader Forum. I keep saying, as the line says, you know, the tagline for Global Edu Leader Forum is connecting head to heart. A lot of knowledge is being packed in this box, but how it creates happiness, how it empowers others, how it spreads smile towards this global community. I hope with this note, I would like to thank Madam Maria, our academic mother, for all of us at it was, you know, projected. I was 1 year old. Now I will remember this once you started your journey. My special thanks to Nirmal Mahana ma'am. My special thanks to Raghav sir for your insight. And today was a very special day. First day, Captain Dr. Dinisha has joined from Malaysia. Indeed, it was a very, very happy connecting learning, which we can make it out through the screen. Dr. Arup, I hope we will continue this journey towards collaboration, and where we will take Beatrice, Madam Maria, and if required, Dr. Dinisha from Malaysia. Urmimala ma'am, you have always been, you know, I think connecting element on the screen on any topic, especially in co-scholastic area, where that co-scholastic area is directly connected with our happiness. And I think happiness leads towards creativity, and creativity is called as a research. With this all word, today I have taken 27 minutes extra from all of you, and that credit goes to your positive vibes. Otherwise, I would have closed this within 40 minutes. But I was not able to stop myself since the height of this discussion was at very high. So thank you so much. Catch you
one
soon.
One thing.
Yeah,
SK, before you close,
please.
I think it's a it's a request from my side. I think if you want that this particular topic we should pursue, all of us, I think these honorary doctorates degrees distribution should be stopped in India. Otherwise, nobody is going to go for any actual research, because people are going to think कि doctorate तो सबको ही लगा ही सकता है, तो यार पैसे देके डिग्री खरीद लो, उसी से ही लग जाएगा. So I think फायदा इसका तभी होगा जब ये सारी चीजें बंद होंगी.
Actually, I have
I
been offered from
second the
last 10
thought.
years.
I really second the thought
Because
you know,
every second
you go
person
through
is a
such a
doctor.
big rut and reach to a level, and all of a sudden somebody, whether pays or whether does something, and then you are there authenticated. I even hate that.
Yeah.
I mean, though I'm an army officer and the forum is different, I stand that
Don't worry,
honorary ranks also,
Dinisha,
which I really
Dinisha,
pains me.
Dinisha, you're an army officer. My son is also in army. My husband has just been retired from army. And my son is the third generation army. You know, this doctorate degree, when every Tom, Dick and Harry is putting, so वो relevancy खत्म हो जाती है. Even if you know,
Absolutely.
I have come across certain people जिनका एक dream था doctorate करने का, and they said अगर सभी doctor लगा रहे हैं तो मैं इतनी मेहनत क्यों करूँ, छोड़ भरे, मैंने तो नहीं करनी. You know, so this racket should be stopped. This honorary doctorate
Agree.
degrees
Strongly
distribution, big
agree.
money should be
Strongly
stopped.
agree.
Actually,
Stopped.
on the very humble note, my special gratitude to the all Brazil